TV back once again to restart the demo reviews. Obviously had a small break for the last couple of weeks, so there's been no content from myself and Brain. Brain's been doing his exams, which he's now finished, so he's obviously got full marks on all exams because he's amazing. And obviously my daughter has arrived into the world on the 10th of June. So we're going to do a demo review today of Got Love from a PCW that they played the other day. If you're interested in getting your demos reviewed by us guys, please contact Brainmaster in #VanillaTV. That is where we hang out. I would contact me, but I'm very disorganized and I tend to lose my list. I do have a few demos already waiting to be done, but they're obviously a little bit old now. So any new demos that come our way, we'll try and get them done. Again, that's Brainmaster in #VanillaTV. So playing on for Got Love is Wiethoofd on Medic, MackyB on Soldier with Andee on Soldier, Mr. Famous and Tony Gapper on Scouts. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes, that was right. And one of them is going to be playing demo. My God, it's not loaded on the HUD yet. Well, we'll do that when we resume. So this is just a PCW from them. It's not an official. The only disadvantage of watching PCWs to demo review is sometimes this is against a mix. So mixes can tend to be a little bit more disorganized, but still it's a good chance for me to have a look at some of the stuff from a T point of view. We'll mainly be watching from the medic's eyes as always, so I can track things like Uber's health and things like that. If you are ready on the stream, Brain, please resume in 3, 2, 1, resume. La da da da. Oh, Tony Gapper is the one that's playing demo.
Demoman.
So LUH with lots of numbers is playing on Scouts. So taking the first midpoint now, just going to float above the point. So you can see the blue Demoman is opting to go up to their side. Really great support by the Scout actually on the blue side. He's really protected his Demoman there. The Soldier has jumped across, and this is not looking great for Got Love. The reason being, when that Soldier jumped across, there was nothing to support anything with it. So the idea of jumping a Soldier onto them on Gully Wash is to create an opening for your team to move across and into them, whereas the Demoman and Scout were still fighting a Scout on their side of choke, and there was no spam into the team. So the red team could easily deal with that Soldier and move on to the next pick. Just switching over to the point of view of the medic now. Wiethoofd. Go on, Wiethoofd.
Yeah.
Really nice pick on the Demoman then. That's really nice hold on the choke by Got Love. The Demoman's an important pick, and really smart from Tony to obviously block the escape for that Soldier. Pushing into mid now. What they need to get is their Scouts need to get up onto the point to get this cap time. But the issue is that the medic has been left completely vulnerable. The pocket Soldier there, which I guess was MackyB, whether he's pocket or roam, but he was acting as the pocket in that situation. He's actually jumped away from his medic when it was more beneficial as a team just to move across with the Soldier Demoman medic, move across to the point and push them out of choke. There's certain situations in TF2 when you don't really need to force the issue. You just need to move strongly as a team. There was no Demoman, a Soldier was down. They had a spam advantage, but how it's turned around now, they lost CP2. They've also lost their Demoman, which is a kind of crazy suicide for me. There was no great reason to lose a Demoman then. The other team will be very tempted to push with the Demoman not up for another 8 seconds. Nice choice for a heavy and pyro combination, dropping your Scouts out here. It's completely pointless to run 2 Scouts at the moment. You're facing an Uber disadvantage. The pyro is going to hopefully buy you a few seconds to get that Uber. The full complement of teams up now. This is a pretty standard setup at the moment. The only problem with the pyro, he's not close enough to the entrance of mid-left, mid-right. So if they chose to push mid-left, mid-right, the whole use of a pyro is that he's not going to be able to air blast them back. As it is, the Got Love medic has got his Uber anyway, and he should be able to just tie this up. But you can see that they're starting to bleed players. The medic's been forced down onto the point, which is a really bad place for Wiethoofd to be, because you're obviously in a clear spam zone. They are going to lose this point. I think the temptation there, the first two deaths that come in from that last defense, the temptation to chase people out. When you're in a defensive mode and the Ubers have been exchanged, if you overextend and go into a team, that team is going to take those 2 picks and push back into you. So you just need to make sure that you're secure first on the last point before you think about moving on to them. You can't kill someone with an Uber, clearly, so that was a little bit nuts there. So just watching the next mid now. This isn't bad positioning from Gotlove. This is a little bit better. The 2 soldiers are putting out some nice damage. The Demoman's got across the point. Medic just needs to touch up his soldiers. They're both incredibly weak. This is really nice play from the Demoman. He's just spamming them back, except now he's fallen into quite a rough position and he's been picked off. It's about now that I'll be screaming to get out because midpoint is not looking good for Gotlove, but they're choosing to still contest this. They force the Uber out of the mixed team. They've Ubered themselves. He should be able to pick up his 2 soldiers. So in the end it has actually kind of worked out for them. They've picked up a couple of nice kills, so really nice work from the soldiers there in a position where I didn't think they would quite be able to pull it round. They actually have proved me wrong and pulled it round. So really nice work from the soldiers there. Really confident for them to stay in and put the damage out. So a little bit of a scrappy mid that's gone in Gotlove's favour. So we're going to watch from Wiethoofd point of view.
Stop saying that way. It's so wrong.
You know. Demoman's gone down here. He has picked up a medic, which is a really nice pick, but you can see here the blue medic has not actually got a heal target. He stayed too far in. A lot of the times when I see lower division players, lower division teams rather, playing is they will kill the enemy medic but lose their medic not long after, and you can see there, great pick, the enemy medic's gone down but your own medic has died too quickly there, and it's not an indication of when the medic goes down. It's not like everything's possible, you can go in and get 5 frags. You just need to group up, use the heal advantage and think a little bit slower. See, now they're in a position where they've actually lost CP3 but they had a good push position. At the moment I'm noticing from Gotlove there's a huge gap between Tony Gapper, the Demoman, and the medic. Whether he's their normal Demoman I'm not sure because he's not tagged up. We'll assume that he is. At the moment here you can see that Gotlove are opting not to actually build their Uber charge, which could be costly if the red team actually choose, and this is where sort of playing a mixed team, you know, a mixed team are not sort of working together as a team, they're not building their Uber charge. If this was a normal team they were playing, the other team would have had an Uber by now, come round the corner and perhaps just picked up the frags, even Ubers rather at this occasion now, but obviously the mixed team have picked up a frag for themselves. So Gotlove are going to poke in a little bit of choke even though they're a player down. Could be quite interesting or quite costly. They forced the Uber out of them again. It's going to be a nice hold of choke. They shouldn't. Demoman's been dropped there by Wiethoofd. So an unfortunate drop, it does happen, but you're going to see now they're not going to be able to hold this choke. They've got 1 soldier fighting against 3 people. You are not going to be able to hold this choke, and you need to accept that it's done, it's lost. The medic should have been back inside lobby by now getting the HP. They've actually picked up their medic kill, so it'll be very interesting to see now if they keep their own medic up for Gotlove, but they're very disorganized. You can see they're very scattered. The medic is actually stuck inside the lobby. He doesn't know whether it's safe to come out, so maybe the communication here is not strong. The medic's made the right choice and got out, but you can see again the Demoman's gone down without any sort of heals, so I'm noticing a real sort of fractured play between the Demoman and the medic here. They've moved up to the lobby, but again they're kind of pushing with 1 soldier. They don't have any support from the right side. The flanks are very open at the moment. Probably the right choice to pull back here until the Demoman does come in support, but this is really open. You can see there the right side of the lobby was fully open for the red soldiers to come in and pick up the medic. So a lot of the moment what I'm seeing is a lot of what the red team are winning is because of mistakes made by Gotlove. So you can see a few criminal mistakes, sort of trying to hold a forward position without your whole team is quite a bad choice to make. If you're going to hold a forward position, everyone needs to have an entrance covered. You can't leave that right entrance open. They're not going to be able to hold on to this. It was pretty much lost on the first medic death. So a bad choice of defense at the moment from Gotlove. Going to roll on to the next round. Talk me through the mid, Brain. Talk me through a demo's point of view.
I'm not really
Go on,
good at
Brain.
that. No. I
Oh.
don't really know anything much. I'm not really good at that. You're the one Division 1 champion, you should know.
Oh, well. You can see here the two red scouts have gone very aggressive onto the Demoman, and they've picked him off. I have no idea where the blue scouts went, but they've actually lost 3 people, got love. So at the moment their mids are quite weak. The only mid they've won was the second one, which was a bit scrappy. Very brave play by the soldiers. Again, it was sort of an individual skill or an individual effort that's won them the mids. But you can see here the medic is alone again. The soldiers opted to jump off. He's been chased by a red soldier.
Yeah.
I mean, for me now, I would probably be banging my mouse and screaming at someone for leaving me like that. When, to be honest, the pick of the medic, yes, Marky has got the medic, but what if his medic had died? Where was the benefit of that med pick? So they do have an uber advantage now, and if Got Love have just a little bit of patience to wait, and again you can see that the soldiers jumped away from Wiethoofd. I'd feel very sorry for this guy at the moment. He should pocket a scout. What do you think, Brain?
Yeah, they should try to play more together as a team, as a combo. Because the soldiers just jump away from time to time, and I think there's not enough communication to actually know what they do together.
The interesting thing here is they have a full uber advantage. They actually had 100% uber advantage,
anything.
but they're not actually going to do anything by the looks of it.
They even got a pick.
Yeah, they did have a pick as well. So just going to wait here, see if their defense holds up.
They're gonna come
But
now.
they're actually opting to push now on when the other team are at 90%.
He's gonna have.
He's going to get his uber.
Yeah, he has it.
So I'm sure looking back at this, Got Love will probably be thinking, why didn't we move about 20 seconds before that? Again, the medic was left very vulnerable. At that point, he was picked up. Yep. And there should be another round for the red mix team, by the looks of it. So at 10 minutes into the map, it looks like it's going to be picked up to 3-0. Medic should be healing the soldier here, but he's picked up a frag.
Battle medic.
Battle medic.
He's gonna die, perhaps.
Oh,
Is he gonna die?
He's alive.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just walked out into another scout. So actually, they've actually managed to hold on to it by a little bit of a slice of luck. They've managed to hold on to it. The spawns worked in their favour. So 10 minutes or 11 minutes now in, they're 2-0 down. I'd predict the medic's got about 8 deaths by my rough estimation. My guesstimation is about 8 deaths. So for the medics out there kind of watching this video, I kind of average around 12-13 deaths a map, and that's enough to commit to your team but not suicidally commit to your team. Obviously if you're running crits it's a little bit different. I like to average about 12 to 14 is my average. Any higher than 14 I'm perhaps a little bit frustrated, people aren't tight enough. And it's not all about protecting your medic, it is about sort of working together as a team, and if they were a little bit closer, the Got Love would be doing a lot better than they are now. I mean, some of the situations where the medics died, it's just had nothing around him. But you can see now he has 4 people in one area. So if they were, worst case scenario, if they had crits, a crit sticky in there would have taken 4 people. Which would have been a little bit crazy. So just be very careful, Got Love, when you're positioning yourself at last. Make sure you do have people positioned in various places, not all around your medic, because then you're just one target to hit. Again, the medic's dropped to the floor. He needs to just keep height against them. They're going to try and move out on this, but a soldier's on him now. He's taken the Demoman out. Red medic has just died. Nice couple of picks here by the scout and the soldier. So nice work there.
Yeah, they should push it instantly.
Med just needs to pick up the HP. So again, you can notice there the Demoman's dying as much. Well, he's dying a lot more than the medic. So it's kind of, your Demoman shouldn't be dying that much. Your Demoman should be the priority heals. So when people sort of say to me, what is the priority? Demoman has to stay alive, ideally, because he's the biggest damage output. So you're going to watch here, they're going to try and defend CP2. They are running an uber advantage. They've picked up a frag, but they've also lost a player with that as well. And you can sort of see a trend here. Got Love are picking up a frag and losing a frag at the same time. They are going to choose to push in. when they were so close to an Uber. What was that percentage, Brain? I missed it.
I think around
90?
90, yeah.
Yeah.
95.
So choosing to push in there without the Uber was perhaps the bad choice to make. It wouldn't have hurt in that situation to hold on to 2 or 3 seconds to get that Uber charge. The medic was nowhere near it, so if Wiethoofd was tracking the Ubers, he would have realised that the Ubers weren't far off. Now they're going to be defending last with an Uber disadvantage again. And again, the Demoman's chosen to go out there and die. He has taken nothing for it. So at the moment there's a huge problem for me. The Demoman's picking up too many deaths for my liking. The medic's very unprotected with that because the Demoman's nowhere near the medic as well. Soldiers seem to jump away rather than looking after the medic at certain situations, which is fine if the Demoman was closer. You know, that can work if 2 soldiers are aggressive and the Demoman's pocketing or a scout's closer. But at the moment there's a real sort of fracture in the team play here. We're not sort of working as 2 units of 3, or they're not sort of working around the medic. They have managed to defend against that Uber, which was quite nice in the situation, so it proves that they are capable of, and again the medic's gone down for red team, it proves that they are capable of some good defences when they set their minds to it, and they're going to push out here. You just need to get the scouts onto the CP2 to cap.
Yeah, they got enough frags.
Soldier onto the point has just picked off that last. So 1 scout up. For me, I'd be pushing into mids, which they are going to do, but just being very cautious. The scout's just there. It's being spotted. No need to chase that scout, really. I mean, what can that scout do underneath the point? Rather than chase the frag, they should have jumped up onto the cap. So the medic was capping and the scout was chasing the scout. So the cap has taken longer, which has got the red team spawners. They haven't got enough spawners to defend with. They just need to push around here and be aware that Demoman's down. There's no dangerous stickies. So the Demo's choosing to push choke, but you can see the soldier's just bringing up now. So the soldier needed to be quicker into that push there. They should be able to effectively push this and just cap CP2 off. This is starting to be really nice play from Got Love. You can see that the medic hasn't gone down for a couple of minutes. They're starting to really stick around him. Soldiers are a little bit closer, Demo's a little bit closer, and they're starting to motor here. They're a bit of a swing in momentum. They're picking off some nice frags. They're not a lot of them are dying. This is nice from Got Love. The other team have Ubered onto the point. And run, little medic, run. Run, little medic, run.
I think he's
so
trying to get that Uber up.
88% on the Uber. Again, I have no idea where the rest of his team is, but no attempt to really come into him. No idea where the rest of his team was, and this is the danger of just leaving your medic that exposed with 1 soldier. He was that close to Uber. It could have been game changing if he'd got that Uber. So I'm going to wait for him to spawn. Their medic has gone down as well, so the Uber's completely even at the moment. But again, he's picked up a scout. There's no soldier to meet him. There's no quick build on this. But then again, the red medic's not building either. You can see here, this is an issue for me as well. Pushing 3 heavies, like 3 damage classes through the choke, is a little bit suicidal because the medic has got to try and get heals out to 3 people. It's really worked out for them on this occasion, but I would prefer to have a soldier with that scout so the medic doesn't have as much to heal. They've lost a soldier there, but they've picked off a lot of frags for it. So they're 2 scouts up at the moment, or 2 players up for what they would understand as a scout behind the medic again.
That's good.
But it doesn't matter because they've picked it up. So you can see there that Got Love are more than capable of really playing together as a team, and you're kind of seeing the good and the bad things about them, which is really nice from this demo review. So the last 5 minutes or so have been really successful for them. They've stuck a little bit closer together. Only on 1 occasion has the medic been very vulnerable. Going into the mid now, going to float above the points. So the blue demo has a really nice support from a scout here. And that scout has really helped his demo out, which was LUH, really helped his demo man out there. Demo stayed alive. The scout is the hero of this mid for me so far. They've completely bullied them back in, and this is the power of the demo man. He has just bullied them back through the choke, and they're going to pick up CP3. So much better play from the scout, protecting scout behind on the medic again though.
Yeah, is he going to get him?
Ooh.
Oh, nice one.
He is dead.
Yeah, that was close.
That was close, but they are choosing to push in from choke. Not quite with the Uber yet for Got Love. but they've managed to repel. If the red team have Ubered, they have Ubered there. They just need to fall back, group themselves up.
Ah.
Demo's gone down. There's nothing the medic could have done in that situation. Didn't have the Uber at that point. So they're going to move in here with the Uber. It's nice that there's a scout sitting a little bit closer to the medic at the moment. So this is nice. It's a nice choice from the medic not to go up into the open. Just kind of hold outside around here. If he goes onto the point, he's a spam target. Only the scout needs to cap. So this is much better from Got Love. They've also taken out the demo, which for me is a huge pick. They should be just pushing now. If you can see their team is holding up top, if they just push through the front door, there's no stickies, straight on to last, they would be capping last. I mean, you're 3v2, they've got an uber advantage, just get quicker, don't move around the top, just go in, just go through, go, go, go. Medic's gone down. Be interested to see if this pulls off, and they do pull it off. So that was a lot nicer from Got Love. Stuck together again. The medic didn't die on that round, so it kind of shows the difference of just looking after your medic and playing around him a bit more. So starting to see Got Love really starting to get it together. Maybe they were a little bit cold for the first 10 minutes of that map, but they're starting to really motor here, which is nice. So I'm going to watch the midpoint from above. So you can see here the Demoman chose to push across the point with a scout support. This is actually quite a nice mid from Got Love. They've put a lot of damage out onto the red team. You can see the damages on the red team is just incredible damage from the Demoman. Scout is not going to pick up that med pick. So the only issue there was the red team was so heavily damaged and the scout went for what player? The medic. If the scout had gone for the soldier and the Demoman, if the communication had been better, the scout could have taken that soldier and Demoman in one shot each. So it would have been bang bang, you're dead, the medic doesn't matter. And people need to sometimes get away from this obsession of killing the medic. If your team was to call that they've effectively done the damage correctly, then the scout could have easily picked off those two frags at the midpoint, and this would have been a lot different. They've chosen to try and defend CP2 without an Uber when they've popped, and you can see when the red team popped there was no effort from my point of view for Got Love to try and get out, and now they're probably going to lose last. And do you think this round was completely lost on midpoint with two horrendously weak players not picked off? Yeah. And I think the Demoman really deserves credit for that mid, and the Demoman's just gone absolutely huge. So he's picked off 3 frags, he's just saved his team. I won't tell you what our team call that because maybe it won't be allowed on stream.
Just say
I'll type it to you later.
Just say it, come on.
No.
Why not?
No. So they got one player up on red. They're very cautious of the back cap here, but that scout needs to be getting out onto the cap. You can see the scout still at last. That's where that soldier was behind. The medic is alone in lobby. He's choosing to DM that soldier. Really not going to work. He should have just fallen back. So perhaps the med is a little bit suicidal alongside with his team not supporting him. I have no idea why Andee, the soldier for Got Love, is actually staying at last. That's why his team's wiped. Fair enough. Well played, Andee. Go hide, Andee. Be my hero.
Oh, he got one.
He is my hero. So going to pick up the med point of view again. So kind of swings and roundabouts from Got Love. One fantastic move by the Demoman. They've capped 2 and then they've just completely wiped. And again they've wiped, well they didn't wipe because Andee stayed alive, but again it's because the medic has gone down. He's been left alone at lobby. And I think looking back at this demo, perhaps Got Love will realise how alone their medic is. And I think he just needs a little bit of love. He needs a little bit of Got Love.
Yeah, I'll stick that.
Yeah, we'll stick that in. So you can see here they're not building Uber. How costly could this be when the team, if the other team choose to push on the button, which they're probably not, it could have been costly because they're not building Uber properly. They need to get into this habit of building an Uber. Slightly better teams will just push on the number, push straight into them. The Uber will be on top of the medic's head. He perhaps won't get it in time. A nicer choice by Got Love here. They haven't gone chasing out the kills, which has worked out better for them. They've picked off just one scout. They've also picked off the medic there from MackyB. Nice pick, fantastic pick. All they need to do now is just get the health up. And then again you can see this disconnect between the medic and the rest of his team. He's been fantastically saved by a roller. Well played, that roller. Oh, the medic timed out, that's why he got picked.
Yeah, normally. I
take away my credit to MackyB. He killed a timed out player. I give it back to him because he still had to get there to kill him.
Yeah.
So the other medics dropped. Unfortunate for the video, I guess, because there won't be a pause in this at all. There's no point to pause in a PCW unless you're super keen and super nice. Just can hopefully see the red medic come back up in
I
8
would
minutes.
pause.
You would pause, would you?
Yes.
That's because you're keen.
Yes. I would just pause.
You're super keen, that's why, Brain.
Not really super keen. I'm thinking
I'd
of
just
practicing
I'd let the
for
time run out.
I-46.
I'd let the time run out and just wouldn't push. It's pointless to push
Oh, yeah.
against a 5-man team.
That's also
I would
true.
just kind of... We would taunt the other team or just ask how their day was. They're going to choose to push here, which is fair enough. Got to kind of ignore it until the reds... Until it evens up a bit, because it's a bit unfair on the mixed team that have dropped a player. I'm going to crunch on a mini cheddar.
You do that. Yeah, it's not really fair that they pushed in here now.
Don't forget to reload your HUD, actually.
It's already done, mate.
Oh, you are the superstar.
I'm faster than you. Yeah, they're actually gonna get mid for free.
They're going to get
also.
CP3 as well.
Yeah. Yet again. Oh, he falls.
Oh.
Oh, that isn't really good.
So the scout has made the medic pop there. Again, a little bit frustrating that a scout can get them that easy to make your medic pop. So we'll continue since it's pretty even now. The red team are coming up for their Uber. Med's incredibly weak, picked up the HP. Going to move around this choke. This is nice. That was actually a really nice move from Got Love. They pressured from the choke and from the big door. You can see there was 2 points of pressure at the same time. That was really nice team play. That's probably the best moment that we've seen so far this map. They should just push right onto last here. They're going to get spawners. If they press tab, they'll realise that the spawners are coming up. They'll make the choice not to go in and just get the Uber, which is the right choice for me. Get your Uber, make sure it's secure, make sure it's safe to push in, rather than a suicidal push that could cost you.
True that. Come on, build it. They're not building anything.
So they're going to push from Riverside with this Uber.
Oh!
And this.
He had 99. If he just built a little bit, he would have had it.
If he had built a little bit, he would have had, but fantastic back cap by the Scout. You have to say that. Scout has saved that round. There's always going to be stickies for me on that point there. That's where a Demoman stick is. It should be obvious to everyone now that that wall's going to get stickied. Shouldn't have gone until the Uber was gone, and just Uber around the corner, so Uber in a bit earlier than just as you go around the corner. It needs to just before. So back on the midpoint here, again, nice work from the Scout to stick with the Demoman. Good damage again by the Demoman on the soldier that's jumped up, forced him back down. Good damage onto their choke. The Demoman's just got free rights, the blue Demoman that is, to walk across the point. Pretty even at the moment. But again, really great work from the Scout there to protect his demo. I think the Scouts have really protected their demo well the last few mids, and it's made a difference for them. It's, you know, when you've got a med like this, you just need to stick to your meds. I'm not sure why the blue medic has fallen out of mids. He should have been a little bit braver for me, just staying in with his demo man, but he's probably going to pick up a spawner, which is fair enough.
Yeah, they're going to re-push it, I think. Oh, too bad. They'll drop their medic. The demo man.
So Demo Man has finally gone down there, but fantastic mid there from Tony Gapper. Really had some nice mids the last couple of rounds for me, and it's really helped by the Scout as well. So they do have Uber advantage. They're probably going to opt to push here, and I think it's just two soldiers are both there. Sorry, this is a nice push. They do need to pick off the medic though because of how close he is. But in that you can see that. Both the soldiers went almost suicidal for the medic, and you can see that the Got Love medic was really lucky to stay alive. He's got out to choke, so well played for him to stay alive, but again it's this aspect of leaving your medic alone just to go and get their medic. You know, one soldier probably could have done that. Red Demo Man opting to push in. Not enough support at the choke at the moment, not...
Realizing he's low. Just needling him. Fantastic.
This medic is a combat medic, don't worry.
Yeah, he has some balls. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so going to opt to push the choke without the Demoman and a scout that's gone in and just died. They've lost a soldier as well. Demoman's just come up now. For me, if you're going to push the choke, you want to be pushing it with your demo. Because of that damage you can put out. Demo's just gone in there and picked up the med kill. But he's died for it. Nice work by Tony, nice pipes there. Demoman hopefully going to go down here. But again, there's no support. The scout was floating around waiting for that Uber to come out. Tony's picked up both kills though. Well played, Tony.
In this very situation, it isn't that bad that the medic died, in my opinion. It can be worse. Because he took
it's
the
not
kills,
awful.
so...
It's not awful. They've capped, we'll let them off. See, but definitely for the second half of this map, Gotlove have played an awful lot better than they did for the first half. I think for the first 10 minutes they were a little bit fractured. They didn't quite seem like they were working together as a team, and it's a little bit better now. It's not perfect, but it's much improved for me, and they are sort of got an air of dominance over this map now.
The situation where he is in now isn't that really good for me, because his counter can come from the lower left.
It isn't great. If you want to hold that position, you need to have your Demoman up sticky in the front door, and the soldier just building you, so you've got protection, like you said. I mean, the scout's just gonna walk on to the medic here.
Run between
and he's gone
guys. Yeah.
So the other team do have an Uber. The other team are they're very aggressive here on Gotlove. Obviously aware from the scout call where they were. Picked up the frags on the medic and soldier. Demoman's also gone down. Only 8 seconds left.
They're gonna have it. They're gonna have it. No.
Your bets are gonna have it?
No.
And they don't. Alright, so that has been Gotlove on a PCW versus a mixed team. Final result 3-2. So my final thoughts at the moment for things for Gotlove to work on is definitely how they play around the medic. You could see for the second half of the map they did a lot better. The medic died less. I think he had more support support as in more players to heal, and he died a lot less. And as much as I think it's not all about keeping your medic alive, a heavy part of that first 10-15 minutes was that the medic died far too much for my liking. He was consistently left alone. It was still done towards the end of the map, but not as bad as it was at the start of the map. The Demoman is obviously quite a powerhouse. You can see that the Gotlove Demoman played very well on that map, but he would have played a lot better if he died a little bit less and got a little bit more love from the medic and a little bit more support from the soldier. So it's kind of bringing together that team of 3 of the pocket soldier, the medic and the Demoman, kind of bringing them together to work more as a team. Obviously be very aware of obvious sticky traps like the Riverside. Most people are going to sticky there. It's nothing new. It's not an inventive sticky trap. It's what most Demomen use all the way up through the division. So be aware of that and just use your Uber earlier and go through them. That pretty much concludes my thoughts. I think I've given a lot throughout the map, so I just wanted to tie up with that. Anything from you, Mr. Brainmaster?
More farming of the Uber. But I think you already said that.
Yeah, I did miss that out. Definitely build your Uber charge.
Yeah.
You do not want to be in a position where your medic dies on 95% because you haven't been building with 1 or 2 rockets, so do think about building your Uber. And that's something for the medic as well, to demand that he gets built with his Uber. So I have been Fish, and Brainmaster has been streaming and adding insight as well with me. If you do want your demos reviewed again, add Brainmaster on Steam, or just chat to him in IRC. He keeps my list all together. Hopefully we're getting a few more videos out this week and next week. Now we both have a little bit more time together. I've been Fish, Brain on the stream. Thanks for watching.